Court is calling 2025 CR 003496 State versus Jason Mejia. Can I have parties announced?
Angela Blake, attorney for Mr. Mejia.
And are you Jason Mejia? Counsel, have you received all discovery that you review with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Mejia, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Mejia, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with injury to a child, elderly, or disabled person. Bodily injury is a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Off the record for a moment, is he applying for deferred adjudication or regular?
Regular.
All right, so you all need to put on here just one moment. All right, Mr. Mejia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand? The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. The state recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. With an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition, and you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent. Did you understand that? And did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea? And state defense, do you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? By citing that you're waiving your right to appeal, the only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand any such motions?
Yeah.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be 100 hours of community service restitution, no harmful or injurious contact with and the family impact panel. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? allegations. Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence. Any objections? All right, state, have you spoken with the complainant? And is Child Protective Services involved?
They were, Judge. This happened in 2023, if I'm not, or it's 2023. It was indicted in 2025. CPS had been involved. They took the kids away. He and his wife went through all the services, and they've been reunited with the children.
All right, so the complainant is back in the household?
Yes, but when he got arrested for this case, the no contact order has been in place ever since. So he hasn't had contact with this child.
All right, so the no contact order that's in place, is that through a protective order or something else?
It's a bond condition.
Okay. And state, have you had contact with the complainant? And how long has he been living in the household since this incident?
I believe it was a matter of, it happened in January of 2023. He was notified that the case existed, and it was indicted in 2025. Found out about the warrant, I think it's since January, that he's been on bond and has not had contact with the kids. But between the January of 2023 and when the children were reunited by CPS with he and his wife, there was that period of time where was not in the home.
All right, so the complainant is back in the home with him.
No, he's not. He still doesn't have contact with her based on the case. There was a lag between the time of the date of the offense and the date of the indictment. You see, it's a 2025 case.
So what is the plan for him?
We are asking for the court to follow the conditions as set forth by the DA. He has completed the parenting classes. He has completed CPS has reunited them. So we're just asking that the court follow CPS recommendations.
All right. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
All right. If you're doing your hair, you need to do that outside. All right. Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. All right, this is what I can tell problems my issue is with this case. And I'm going to explain this to you so you'll know why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Number 1, From reading the stipulated evidence, the mother doesn't appear to be protected. I don't know what CPS did with their cases, but in here you have a case where the mother had a case against him for being abusive towards her. According to the stipulations, it was dismissed because the mother was uncooperative. Then, when the police arrive at the location, she started blaming the teachers because she says the teacher doesn't like her. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Then she's blaming the children, saying that the children roughhouse. Again, I don't know. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue with the no contact until someone brings to me. The caseworker can appear by Zoom, say they did their investigation, they're satisfied. Um, whoever the children's attorney was during this can come in and say they're satisfied. But for now, it's a no for me lifting the no contact order at this point in time. And are you the biological father of the child? All right. So,
Okay, Judge.
all right, this is what the court is going to do. Probation, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment. Are you currently employed? So how are you supporting yourself? All right, proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's a $1,000 fine that will be probated. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. And the remaining 100 hours will be deemed satisfied upon completion of anger management. There's to be no contact with
What type of class? Yes.
all right. And then the family impact panel. There's to be no residing in households with minors. And no unsupervised contact with minors.
We just have children.
All right. Are you living with those children? All right. So no residing in households with minors. And no unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and also a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Sometimes with children, we lose our patience. If ever you see yourself getting ready to lose your patience with a child, you need to step away, go into another room, take some deep breaths. Because guess what? Sometimes children will challenge boundaries. That's what they're supposed to do. And you're supposed to respond in a nonviolent way. You understand?
Don't do that fast.
Mm-hmm. Because this is what I tell people. And people want to discipline their children, and for some reason they allow you to spank your children or whatever, right? But if somebody were to hit you as an adult, you want charges filed. So go forth and do better. All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor, will the court consider parenting classes done with the DPS as credit for this case? No. Okay. Question.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.